Hi everybody, this is Adam, and this is Adam's Theory. I wish I had a better way to actually begin the show, but I really can't think of one right now. But as the show goes on, I'll probably think of something that's a little bit more energizing. But anyway, last week's show generated such a buzz that I had to do a follow-up show. I'm actually doing part 2 to last week's show about chivalry tomorrow, so catch that and I have a very special guest. But I wanted to just add a little something because I was just so excited about the buzz and the responses that I was getting from everybody off Facebook about the show. I definitely gonna have to print out some of the responses so I can share with you all, because it seems like I'm the only one that actually gets the pleasure of reading it, and I want to actually share this with you because I think that if you actually get the opportunity to actually hear what others have to say, maybe that will also encourage you to write something to me. That way I could go and share it to the world, and that way you can hear, you can know how everybody else feels about your reaction or your opinion to a topic that we have on the show. Well, some of the things people was talking about the show was, first off, there's this golden rule about dating that whoever's the person that asks to go out is the person that pays, which is something that I have heard. However, I've had many cases where a female actually asked me to go out and I still paid. So, I mean, I'd like to know where this golden rule is and how it actually still applies to today, but whatever. But one of the things that kept echoing out of everybody's response to the show was that this paying for the date is something that a man's supposed to do. A man's supposed to do this, a man is supposed to do that. If you're a man, that is what you do. And I just find it very funny because it seems that with this whole thing of chivalry, we put men in boxes. And I find it very funny that most of the time women do this, because as soon as you tell them, well, if you're a woman, you need to do this, this, and this, they become very defensive. They feel that, well, some women feel that you are trying to put them in chains, that you're trying to oppress them, that you're trying to make them submissive, and they don't like that. They don't like being put limited in a certain role. However, sometimes these women who actually go and try to put men in these roles and little boxes, they don't want to be put in it. And it's something that I just found very funny and sometimes a little bit hypocritical, because if you're willing to judge a man on certain criteria, then a man should be willing to judge your womanhood on certain categories as well. Another thing that I actually had a discussion with somebody on Friday that I thought was very, very funny is that I made a response that if we are just friends, then I really shouldn't have to pay to take you. Pay for us to go out. We're just going out as friends. That some women still found that, found offense to that. That they thought that, one woman even said that it was lame for a guy to ask a woman to pay, friends or not. And that's something that I guess I'm just confused about. I mean, with the friends that I have, with the female friends that I have, when we go out, I'm not trying to pursue them. I'm not trying to woo them. I'm not trying to win their affection. I'm not trying to lay them down and take them to bed. I'm just trying to have a good time, talk, laugh, and enjoy each other's company. Why must I go and still play the role of a boy or potential boyfriend? Because I think that's what a potential boyfriend would do in your definition of women's definition of, oh, if a guy likes you, this is what he does. Okay, well, I don't like you. We're just friends. So if we're just friends, I'm gonna act. You're gonna be my homegirl. You know, you're my homegirl. I'm gonna treat you like one of my boys. And I don't pay for any of my friends. I mean, under certain circumstances, it happens, such as if one of them is going through some financial issues, that they're short on money. Cool, I have no problem with that, because I know they'll do the same for me. But I'm just not gonna go and just pay just to pay. And if we're just friends and nothing more, then it really shouldn't be an issue. But yet, some women have. I had one woman on Friday when we were talking about it. She said that she doesn't go, if they're just friends, she won't go with dinner with them. She won't. The only thing they'll do is drinks. And I'm like, that's it? Like, we're just going to go drink? I mean, personally, I'm not a big, I'll go and drink, but not too much. I like to eat. I like to eat some food. I like to enjoy some drinks with some wine over some, chicken and rice. So it seems that she felt that when you have dinner, it's too intimate. I guess it's too intimate for friends. Okay, I guess there's a certain lines you just don't cross. I guess. Another thing, my friend, the visionary, all right, did a video on chivalry. I guess to, as a follow-up to my show. Please, everyone, check it out. I will forward the link on my profile later on today. Please check it out. What the visionary has to say. He has a lot of interesting things. Actually, his video on chivalry totally it changed my perspective on what chivalry is about. So I'm gonna go into some of the things that he had to say. But if you're only going to take what I say and not look at the show, look at his show, you're doing a real injustice to yourself. So please check it out. Some things the visionary had to say was he went over the history of chivalry and where it came about and where it came from. And according to the visionary, chivalry came from the medieval times, the time of knights, and it was a certain code of conduct, because knights, they felt superior. They were a superior class in their society, and they felt that they needed this code of conduct to protect people that they felt were weaker than they, were inferior than they, that were not able to protect themselves. So they made this, so they also felt this way about women, so they made this code of conduct to protect them. And from understanding that, my issue with chivalry is that I'm an advocate of equality. I feel that women are equal to men. That the majority, in fact, anything a man could do, a woman can also do if given the opportunity. That's how I feel. And what chivalry is about is pretty much saying that women are inferior, and because they are inferior, we must protect them. Okay, they are weaker than us. Okay, we are stronger than they are. And it's almost as if it's like the Superman complex. He is Superman. He is stronger than the people on him. So he must protect them because they're fragile. They're weak. And I don't like having that. It bothers me. It really does. Because for me to see, I can't practice chivalry and still consider you my equal, because chivalry was never about that. Chivalry was never about making women equal. It was about because they were weaker, they need to be protected, so we have to put them in a certain category because they're weaker, almost like children. Like we have certain laws to protect our children because they're weak and they're not, their minds are not developed as an adult, so they need to be protected. Chivalry does the same thing to women, in my personal opinion. Okay? So that's my disagreement with it. I I'm not trying to say that a man should not go and make a woman feel special. I'm not trying to say that at all. I think that if a man likes a woman, he should. But also I feel that if a woman likes a man, she should do the same. I feel that in a relationship, we don't have partnerships anymore. It's not about you're my partner and we're going to go through this together, and whatever you bring to the table, I'm going to bring to the table. I'm going to go forward with it. It really just seems that in these, I guess, relationships, or I can't even say we could call it relationships anymore. It just seems I guess what I'm seeing now is not the types of relationships that I would be, that I'm very fond of at the moment. Some of them are. There are some people that I've seen that actually have relationships that I really do admire. That I really do see two people actually working together to make one. To make one partnership and make one, I guess, I can't even recall, I don't even, to make a family. I see that. There are some people that actually do that. And there are others that, I guess, I just feel that they, some men just go and they flaunt their money around to get a woman who's practically a showpiece. And that's nothing more but an expensive car. And I guess my problem with that is that if, as a woman, if the only thing that you have to bring into a relationship is that you're pretty, then don't be surprised if your man cheats on you. Because if you're like a car, after a certain amount of time, driving that car gets old. And the only thing better than a car is a new car. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's maybe, and here's my theory, Adam's theory, is that if women bring something more to the table in the beginning of the relationship, other than their makeup and pretty hair, then maybe the relationship will last longer. Maybe it would actually be a relationship. Maybe the man will actually see that a future with this person. Then, well, this person's only going to be good for a certain amount of time, and after we have sex 2 or 3 times, let me just go on to something else. That's just a theory. Stay tuned tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna have my special guest, and we're gonna have some dialogue, and I think that everyone will love it. So please, that's Adam's theory. We're like gravity.